Checkmate Mini is the latest case from Stephen Jones, a smaller case designed for building a new Amiga with modern hardware, like a mini ITX board, the Raspberry Pi, or the FPGA boards on Amiga and Msx. Kickstarter has ended and the people backing it will get the products in July, and I guess after that you will be able to buy it. Olo from Vågans is creating an adapter for some old console gamepads, so you can use them on a PC with a USB or PS2 interface. The device will support SNES gamepad to PS2 or USB, Genesis gamepad to PS2 or USB, Master System pad or Atari joystick to PS2 or USB, and PS2 keyboard to USB. Another adapter is the Mouster. Its goal is to let you use any modern USB mouse on as many old computers as possible. It also supports a PS4 controller. It costs around $30 US. The 3DFX Voodoo 5 6000 has been reverse engineered and remade by Anthony. It has some changes from the original. It's now a PCI card, so you can use them with another AGP card. It has VGA pass-through, and it has a Molex connector to feed it extra power instead of using an external power adapter. Some users at Vågans has made a clone of the AMD Goldfinger. This is a device to overclock the Slot 1 Athlon CPUs. Lotharek is making a lot of fun stuff. Some of the recent stuff he has been working on is a dual buffered IDE port expander for the Amiga 1200 and 600, so you can use two IDE devices at the same time. He is making an external version of the U1MB with Side 3 cartridge for a simple way of playing games on the following Atari computers: Atari 600XL, 800XL, and XE with ECI. Previously you had to do some minor soldering, but now you don't have to. He has made an FPGA scan doubler he claims is better than the FrameMeister and OSCC. It has multiple inputs and outputs to DVI. He is making an FPGA replacement for two SID chips, apparently with analog filters that sets it apart from FPGA SID and ARM SID. He's also making a USB interface for connecting USB keyboards to 8-bit Atari computers. A cheap way to get good quality lag-free HDMI output on your OCS Amiga is to use CuperDragon's video adapter and add a Raspberry Pi Zero that runs Amiga to HDMI software. You can make an adapter yourself or buy one for €29, and a Raspberry Pi for $10. Buffy is a CPU replacement for your Amiga. You might prefer something like the Vampire because it offers a lot more than just a faster CPU, but for me I think it's very interesting because it's only a CPU. You will still benefit from the enjoyment of installing other hardware, like a graphics card, network card, hard drive controller, USB controller, and so on. You can build a 486 computer using modern hardware, and you can make yourself a mini 486. You can buy an industrial standard single board computer called PC104. These have been around since the 90s for embedded use, but there is no sound card for them. Well, not until now. The Rastery on YouTube decided to make one. If emulation is your thing, you might be glad to know that there is a new version of DOSBox out. That is much easier to use. You can load games from zip files, it has a rewind function, and much more. A new Msx Card Reader has been developed, and it gives you 1 MB of RAM. It supports the MSX, MSX2, MSX2 Plus, and MSX Turbo R. They have made improvements on SD card reading speed, so videos like these are now possible on MSX2. Blue Retro is a new adapter that lets you control modern USB controllers like a PS4 or Nintendo Wii controller to a ton of old game consoles. A VIC-2 replacement chip is under development. He says it will be more expensive than a real VIC-2 chip if he decides to sell them. Still, it is nice that someone is making a replacement for chips that will eventually fail and become more expensive. Citadel, the Amiga game from 1995, is getting an update from its original authors. It will run faster, have better animations, and other fixes. A port of Eye of the Beholder for the Commodore 64 is under development, and it looks fantastic. And it has some nice music too. It also could get released this year. Thank you for watching this episode of Retro Computer News, and I'll see you next time.